I wasn't planning on doing another video today, but we need to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. We have to. It is something that just needs done, okay? This game, there's a lot to digest. It's day one. We need to talk about all of it because there's a lot that people need to consider before picking this game up. So we're going to get into all of that, gameplay, performance, all that stuff. So if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more videos like this in the future. We do tons of video game stuff here. Like earlier today, I covered the new Minecraft DLC. So if that's your jam, if you like talking video games, make sure you are subscribed. But let's get into Cyberpunk 2077. So the first thing I want to cover, and it needs to be talked about, I think this is one of the most important aspects, is just performance on this game. I am playing this game entirely on my Xbox Series S, so I am on next-gen hardware, and even then, I am noticing that my Xbox, because I don't have the most powerful Xbox currently on the market, is not running this game at max performance. I've noticed the graphics have been dumbed down a lot to get that stable, good frame rate on the Xbox Series S. Now, I get the upgrade, you know, there is the Xbox XS upgrade. I'm running on the S upgrade, obviously, and like I said, the graphics are not as good as I feel they could be if I was playing this on the Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. That is one thing to note. And because of this, I'm going to warn anybody that's thinking about getting this on a last-gen system. I've heard numerous problems with the last-gen hardware. I've heard basically it runs like a Switch port. You know, if you play a game on the Switch that was very, very powerful, you know, on the PS4, like let's use The Witcher as an example. The Witcher on the Switch, it runs, you get that stable frame rate, but there is some serious graphical issues. There's lower resolutions, it's a little blurry, there's, you know, like with Immortals Phoenix Rising right now on the Switch, there's fog that helps make that frame rate a lot more stable. And I've heard this is a thing very common on the last gen systems. I personally cannot speak to this because I haven't played it on a last gen system, but this is something worth noting, is that this game is not going to run the best on the last gen hardware. There are going to be problems, there are going to be lower frame rates and possibly lower resolutions. Now I've heard this is less of a problem when you're playing it on something like a PS4 Pro or an Xbox Series, well, Xbox One X, sorry. If you're playing this on a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, I've heard this is a less of a problem. But if you're playing on a base model PS4 or Xbox One, you're probably going to encounter some graphical problems, some performance issues. That is just something you need to be aware of. Other than that, on the Series S, this game runs really well. Like aside from the graphics, everything else is smooth. I'm really enjoying how smooth it is. Like, I'm not a pixel counter, so it doesn't matter to me that we don't have the best performance possible on the Series S. I didn't expect the best performance possible, especially because this box just came out. Okay, later down the line, these kind of games are going to run phenomenally on a Series S because people are going to understand the hardware a whole lot more. So later down the line, games like Cyberpunk aren't going to be as taxing on a console like the Series S because developers are going to understand what they're working with more. So this doesn't bug me. As long as it runs well, I don't care. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of the Series S version of Cyberpunk. It's running phenomenally. Now in terms of gameplay, good Lord almighty gameplay. This is freaking awesome. This game is everything I wanted it to be. The map is huge, for starters. It's huge. There's so much to explore, and just the side quest, all the decision making, changing how you play the game, it's freaking phenomenal. There is the progression system, you know, that you are like building your own character, building your V as your main character's name is. It's freaking cool. There's different skill trees you can put points into. Like, I'm really focusing on like body, where I get better health benefits and stamina benefits, and then I'm also working on something, I don't remember what it is exactly, but it has to do with more, I think it's intelligence. It has to do with handguns, blades, and assault rifles. So that's my character. I want to use those kind of weapons, so that is what's happening. Also, there is the upgrade system where you can change your body to kind of have more cyber upgrades, so you can, you know, get the mantis blades, you know, the big blades that come out of your arm. That's an option. There's other stuff. It's just very, very cool so far what you can do with your character in the way it plays. Now, in terms of something that is similar to how this game plays, I feel honestly it's very, very similar to how Dying Light 1 played. That kind of movement, that kind of combat, that kind of stuff. It reminds me a lot of Dying Light 1. but I'm really liking it so far. It seems a little faster paced than Dying Light 1. There's a little more movement options that you can work with, which I'm a fan of, and there's a lot less parkour. Obviously, parkour is not a main function of Cyberpunk, but it was in Dying Light. So that is another thing to note, but that is the game I think is most comparable to how this game plays. Now, obviously, this is not my main review. My main review for this game is going to come much later down the line because there is so much to take in with this game. There's so much going on all the time. So I really need to take my time with this game before I can officially review it. But I've played, about 3.5 hours now, and it is a freaking awesome game. Like I mentioned, you're not going to want to maybe pick this up right away on the last gen systems. Maybe wait a while till a couple patches come out and then you get the game performance a little better. That is something definitely to consider when thinking about picking up Cyberpunk on a PS4, a standard PS4, or Xbox One. Just something to think about. But if you already have your next gen system, or you have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, I would definitely consider getting this game, because right now it's a blast. I'm loving it. It's so much fun, and I'm not even that far into the game. There's so many options with choosing your path. I am just blown away. Just the amount of replay value I'm already seeing in this game. This is easily going to be the new Skyrim. I'm going to say that now. Skyrim has been around forever. This is going to be the new Skyrim with tons of replay value, tons of different ways to change up each playthrough. It's just going to be a long running game that people are going to love for a very long time. There are some bugs that I've encountered along the way. There's a couple things, like when I'm driving my car, it wouldn't let me swap to third-person view until I actually rebooted the game. There's a couple other graphical bugs, some stuff not rendering right away. I'm sure all of this will get patched out because it is day one, but these are things worth noting, that there are bugs, and I've heard the bugs are even worse on the last gen system. So again, something to note about the last gen systems. But all in all, I am loving this game. If you have the ability to play this on a platform that can run it effectively, I would highly recommend checking this one out. It is freaking awesome. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there so people who were looking to buy this game knew what they were getting themselves into. But that is going to be it for this video. Hope you found it entertaining and helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a like and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Share the video with your friends. Let's grow this community here on the channel. Speaking of community, we got a community Discord, people over there playing games all the time, so check that out. I do stream over on Twitch. It's pretty much whatever I'm feeling, whether it be Fortnite, Call of Duty, Pokemon. I just stream it. I have a good time. I streamed some Minecraft Dungeons yesterday when the new update DLC came out, so that kind of stuff happens over there. I do also have a TikTok. I do exclusive content over there. I also do notifications, videos go live on the YouTube channel. I make a TikTok talking about it. I also post my Twitch clips over there, so check that out if that is something that interests you. Link is in the description below. All my other social medias are also on screen here at this point, so if you're interested in keeping up with me, this channel, the stream, anything like that, check me out there as well. Like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.